Hi, I'm Carol Jurgensen-Sheets, aka Carol the Coach, and I feel like I've been put in your life to help you take better care of yourself. I mean, that's my goal, that's my mission. It's to actually help take you to your highest level, actualize your potential, but it's also to remind you that you are responsible for taking better care of you. That means that you need to be able to do those things that invigorate and replenish you. And if I were going to ask you, hey, tell me 5 things that replenish you, would you be able to do it? Sometimes they may not seemingly be good for you. You know, it may be laying out in the sun at the beach. It's not good for you unless you have your 50 sun protection factor on. Sometimes that might be taking a really long walk, a hike, if you will. And when is the last time you jumped in the car and went to a city park and just enjoyed nature? I mean, there is no doubt that that's when you can feel spirituality at its best. You know, I was talking to a woman today, and she said that she was writing and reflecting, and she heard God say to her, I want you to work harder at connecting with me because I am with you 24/7 and you don't call on me enough. You don't recognize I'm here, and it doesn't even feel like you love me enough. So would you put me in your life? Would you depend on me a little bit more? And I thought, how cool is that? She actually was able to hear something really important from her higher power that is going to give her support and remind her of how special she is and how special that relationship is. That's rejuvenation at its finest. And you've all seen the poem, the Footsteps poem, where we're reminded that we are not alone in this world and that we need to be interdependent with our higher power. A great way to take care of yourself. Now, for some people, that might be taking a warm bubble bath and putting those sea salts in and just really melting into the water. Other people may want to do kickboxing and invigorate themselves by externalizing all that pent-up stress, perhaps anger, sadness, what other emotions that you might want to get out. There is no doubt that when you externalize your feelings, you're more likely to be guided into a direction that where they'll help you as opposed to hurt you. So, what primary feeling are you having right now? Is it anger, sadness, loneliness, fear, or happiness? If it's anger, loneliness, fear, or sadness, then I want you to figure out what you can do to understand that feeling, to externalize it, and perhaps have it work for you. You know, Mother's Day and Father's Day are tough holidays for a lot of people because they didn't have the relationship they wanted with their parents. So what can you do to change that? To make that holiday more meaningful? What can you do to learn from it? Well, there are all sorts of things you can do. If you're angry about the way you were treated, you can write an anger letter. If you're sad about that issue, you can write a grief letter. You can find somebody that you really admire to share your feelings with. Because when you're authentic and transparent with somebody that's supportive, you honor your own feelings about the situation. And I'm a big believer in the fact that anger, when channeled in healthy ways, grows you up and grows you stronger. It helps you create boundaries and it helps you not to repeat patterns in your relationship that would show up over and over and over again. Okay, now what is replenishing? A good night's sleep? A social activity with a group of people? You know, it kind of depends. If you're an extrovert, you probably love hanging out with people. It rejuvenates and replenishes you. If you're an introvert, you probably know this. It can drain you. So identify who you are and what works the best for you. Now, I'm not telling you not to try the other stuff too. If you're an introvert, it's good for you to be around like-minded people and stretch out of your comfort zone. But what I also know to be true is to thine own self be true. If there are things that you don't want to do, figure out how you can make life work without doing it. That's having a healthy boundary. That's maintaining your own sense of resiliency. And so, I'm going to ask you, as you were listening to me, there was something tugging at your heartstring. And it was telling you, oh, I need to do that. Or, oh, I need to stop doing that. Or, ooh, I need to stretch out of my comfort zone and give that a shot. I want you to go, find a piece of paper, write it down. I will commit to going for a hike in Eagle Creek. I will commit to letting my mother know how she hurt me. I will commit to having that heart-to-heart with my husband or my wife and letting them know what I need. You make the choice of what's been tugging at your heartstring, write it down, put a date, and make that happen. Because when you honor your own intuition, that tugging of your heartstrings, then you are on the way to making your life healthier, happier, and better. And I want to tell you, if you haven't seen my podcast, you can get it through iTunes. It's called Your Best Life. And it's over 50 episodes where I give you life skills and we talk about all sorts of things, from conflict to love to relationships to goal setting. You know, I have been put on this earth to help support you. I have no qualms about that. I have no doubt that that's one of the things that I do with enthusiasm. And so I'm Carol the Coach, and I want you to live your best life. So go to iTunes, and it's called Your Best Life, or go to carolthecoach.com and order some workbooks that'll help you to improve your sense of self. You know me, I typically do not advertise my products, but I just got to thinking you might need a little booster. It's been raining a lot here in Indianapolis, and people aren't quite finding the energy they normally have for the middle of the summer. So don't just sit there, make your life happen. And let me know what you did. I'm Carol Jurgensen-Sheets, aka Carol the Coach. And as I say, you only have one of you at all times, so fearlessly have the courage to be yourself.